Well, good morning. Happy Friday. It's March 8th. Gonna take a few more shots doing the Instinctive. Gonna be using my 1969 Bear Grizzly today. One of my favorite bows. It's 42 pounds. Pretty dark green glass on it. Great bow. I had a friend message me the other day and ask why I don't just take the training wheels off and just hunt with the recurves. And that's a valid question. Now mind you, he doesn't hunt, he doesn't even shoot recurves. He's just compound all the way. But apparently he came across my videos and said that if he could shoot the recurves as good as I do, and I don't really think I shoot them all that well, that he would just hunt with the recurves just for nostalgia purposes, I guess. Now I've shot quite a few deer with the recurves, so it's no problem. See, that was even a little left. I'm not too happy with that shot. And actually at the hunting distances that I usually shoot my deer at, in the, I'd say probably last 10 years, there's only been one deer that's been farther than 15 yards away from me when I shot it. And that was last year. That was a doe at the culvert stand, and she was probably right about 20-21 yards. There you go. That's right in the lungs. So at the distances I shoot the deer at, yes, I'm about 88% sure that I can make that shot with any of the recurves that I have. 88%. That's pretty high percentage. However, with my compound, you can bump that percentage up to 99.99%. I am confident anywhere all the way out to, well, 33 yards, because that's the distance I can shoot in my yard. I'm sure if I would practice longer distances, then I'd be confident out there, but any deer that comes within 33 yards of me when I have the compound, another perfect shot, when I have the compound bow in my hands, there's a 99% chance sure that if I'm able to get to full draw without the deer seeing me draw, that that deer is going to come home with me. Now getting to draw, that's another thing. If you remember last year, I messed up while hunting in the blind and hit the side of the tent with my tip of my arrow, and that scared a big buck away, and I ended up shooting that little forkhorn. And that little forkhorn was only what, 11 yards away, 12 yards away. So that would be about this distance right here. This is how close that deer was last year. I'm sure 88% of it's, maybe even 90%, because I don't even have to really think about it. But I mean, look, it's right in there. I'd probably have no problems doing it. It's just that I have a lot of respect for the animals that I hunt. And if I have one tool that I'm 99.999% sure, which is it's a pretty big difference, as opposed to the 88% sure, why wouldn't I use the one that I am more sure and therefore more likely to make a quick and humane kill on the animal? I don't want to cause any suffering. I just want to bring them home and put them on my table. I don't want to make them suffer for it. Another perfect shot. Boy, the Instinctive is just going good today. Should we back up to 20 and try? I haven't tried Instinctive with 20 yards yet. But I mean, besides that very first shot, the cold shot, all my shots have been perfect. And that's another thing. You'll notice that most of the times when I'm using the recurves, I'm not shooting at dots, you know. I'm not shooting at the dots here. Sometimes I'll shoot at the big bag and just at that center section. So that's about the This portion here that I've got shot out is probably about maybe 4 inches across, so I mean, not like super small dots. I never use with the recurves just because I'm not a sniper with these recurves like some of you guys are out there. I'm just in awe of what some of you guys can do out there. So tell you what, before we go all the way back to 20 or 22 yards, let's do 18 here. Look at that, perfect. Maybe just a tad low, but it would have been hard. Yeah, it was a little low. Might have even been too low for heart, but you know what? That's the longest shot that I've taken instinctively. Now, if you go back and look through my older recurve videos, you'll see me taking, you know, my 33-yard shots with recurves, but that was all gap shooting. And that's a whole different beast right there. That gap shooting I'm very good at. I'm very proficient at. But the instinctive shooting, you know, where you just stare at the target and you draw back and you shoot, I'm just not all that good at that yet. All right, here we go, 22 yards. Oh, I pushed it just a little bit to the right. And you see, with the compound, it would have been a perfect heart shot. Or even with my Oneida. And you know, I never started shooting recurves until about 4 years ago, right when I started my YouTube channel. So whatever time that was, that's when I started. Look at that, I hung the bow on the dang tree and got bird poop on it. That doesn't make me happy. How dare they disrespect my bear bow like that. So I've only been really shooting these recurves for 4 years, and most of that time has been with doing the gap method. I just started doing instinctive this past January. So I'm just like learning all over again. Am I gonna stay with it? I don't know. Am I gonna switch back to the gap shooting because, you know, I can shoot so well with it? Probably, just because I like being able to hit what I look at. Although today hasn't really been that bad. We'll try one more out here at 22 yards. And then I overcompensated and pulled it way to the left. But I don't hide my bad shots because I'm not a great archer with the recurves. With my Oneida, love my Oneida. But the compound, yeah, it's fun to shoot. It's not as fun to shoot as the recurves or the Oneida, but the compound is my killing machine. I have absolutely no problems shooting deer with the compounds. So hope that explains a little bit as to why I don't hunt with the recurves. Hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.